Now that I've explained what trading is, I'm going to go over everything that you can trade. If you don't know these categories, being in the trading world is just going to be really confusing for you. When people say I'm a trader, they are usually trading one of these 6 things. First, there are stocks, which I went over in my last video, but within stocks, you'll normally hear terms like large caps, big companies, and the stock prices are much steadier and less volatile. Then there are smaller caps, which are smaller companies. They move a lot faster and are riskier. And then there are penny stocks, which are very volatile, very risky. There are also ADRs, which are foreign companies that are traded on US markets. Then there are ETFs, which are basically a bunch of stocks all under one ticker. So for example, the S&P 500 ETF you can trade, and that holds the biggest companies in the US. They're pretty popular amongst beginners because you are not just betting on one single company, it's diversifying your risk. Then you can trade crypto, which is digital money like Ethereum and Bitcoin. It trades 24/7 and it can move really fast, so there is big upside, but also a lot of volatility. Then there are options, which is a way to trade a stock using a contract rather than actually buying the stock itself. That contract is essentially a bet on where the stock price is going to go by a specific date. The stock moves in the direction that you expected it to go, the contract can increase in value very quickly, and if it doesn't, then it can lose value very quickly or even expire worthless. There's a lot to options that I'm not going to go over here. I'll go over them in my advanced series. There are futures, which are contracts that let you trade the price movement of big markets like gold, oil, commodities. So instead of buying a company, you are trading whether the price of that market is going to go up or down. Futures move very fast and use leverage, meaning small movements can result in some massive gains or some pretty big losses. So these categories are usually only used by experienced traders. And there is trading Forex, which is essentially trading currencies, so trading the US dollar versus the euro. For this beginner series, I am only going to be focusing on stocks. Once you really understand stocks, it's going to be a lot easier to learn everything else. So in my next video, I'm going to go over all the different ways that you can trade. So make sure to follow along for day 3.